Welcome back to the haunted house. I don't know what the hell's going on with the haunted house, but I'm back. The internet's kind of just been less than excellent. It is Taco Tuesday, not Spaghetti Jam Wednesday, but since we're on the cusp of Spaghetti Jam Wednesday, I'm not sure we're going to have any spaghetti to eat today. It's live tarot. So I thought I would just sing a song and work on music while I waited for people to come hang out. Hey, Angeles, how are you, sweetheart? Sure, sweetie. Go ahead. I can help. I would really appreciate a donation. That would be so kind of you. But you don't always have to donate for advice. But that's very sweet of you to say, so thank you. How can I help you tonight, sweetheart? Take a ribbon from my hair, shake it loose and let it fall. Lay it soft upon my skin, like the shadows on the wall. Hey, Veronica. How are you, honey? Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. I don't care what's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow, 'cause tonight I need a friend. Okay, let me read up here. Where I was told my ex has feelings for me, but he's moved on. She said she hasn't felt this energy being blunt and harsh, like he's holding a grudge. Oh, Veronica, I'm floating, darling. I'm floating. Let's see, Angela, she's like, oh my God, what did you do to him? I didn't do anything. He's hurt a lot. But he was on good terms. After years of not seeing him, he was ignoring me at work for no reason. I think sadly I'm going to have to clip my nails on this hand because they're like screeching against the strings, making it really hard to play guitar. And I'll just continue to like grow the nails on this hand instead. Oh yeah, the girl from Ipanema. I used to play that with my guitar teacher at live shows. And I'm very good at playing Brazilian bossa nova, by the way. I'll go ahead and relearn the girl from Ipanema for you. My music major was like specializing in the art of jazz, funk, Brazilian bossa nova. And my music teacher was Manfredo Fest and Phil Fest. They were a father and son duo. And Manfredo was blind, so he would force me to close my eyes and play my guitar and like just try to really get into the idea of what would it be like if I didn't or couldn't see, which was kind of freaky to me because, I spent a very early part of my life mostly deaf. So I've been kind of just getting really into the idea of that most of my life, playing with my eyes closed. But then it kind of kept me closed off a little bit for my audience. So I've had to kind of practice not getting lost in the music with my eyes closed all the time. Okay, so it was your first love connection, and you're wondering if he's out or not. Yeah, me too, Veronica. Me too. And I really like new wave and dark wave and goth. Like, I'm into that too. But yeah, the whole bossa nova, rock, jazz, that's where my soul's at. Yeah, you know what's interesting, Angelus, when you say that? I find that to be a very mature response. That shows me that you have far more capacity to be your true authentic self than most people. Because here's the thing. Just because you get into a relationship with somebody, whether it be, light and airy hearted and fair and, kind of just like this easygoing thing. It's not too, deep. It's not too serious. It's not too committed. It's just, it is what it is. Some people don't have the capacity to go much deeper than that. But some people also, they'll go deeper than that. And then they'll get into this. It's what I call it's kind of like what I call, there's nothing wrong with pair bonding. Please don't get me wrong. But it's kind of what I call this comfortable old shoe. And they'll get into the idea of being with each other and only with each other. And they'll start to build this cocoon around one another and start shutting everybody else off, or getting to the point where it's like, oh, you're talking to someone else and they're the same sex, so that must mean that you want to fuck them or something, or like there's nothing wrong like with you talking to other people. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, especially if they want to talk to other people. But you guys shouldn't feel that there is anything wrong with that in general, because people need people. I was watching this thing today on human beings and our capacity to have compassion for one another. And what the woman was trying to say in regards to, like, I'm not like really big on talking about politics, but she was saying that she felt that politics was taking away from our capacity to have compassion for one another as human beings. Like, it was so deep what she was trying to say. And I feel like sometimes what happens is we get into relationships and, of course we can feel possessive. That's our person. Of course we can feel a little jealous. Of course we can feel, like these wobbles here and there about whatever. But people do need people. And it always it always became difficult for me when, like, my friends would get married or they would find a partner or a boyfriend or girlfriend, because then there was like no more room for me in anybody's world, because I didn't have a partner, or they weren't looking to be social with anybody anymore because they had found the one, or they found their person. Or I feel like sometimes shutting each other off from that by assuming so quickly that just because two people talk, they want to touch, or because two people, we need friends, especially friends we can socialize with as couples, okay, with other couples, and even people who are single, because, that's how we've always met each other for eons, is through people we can know and trust. So we would get into pair bonding It was easier to pair bond with somebody. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, me too, Veronica. I love a little bit of everything music-wise. So your ex tried to ruin your chances with anyone. Well, it's not your ex's love story to write. So, like, if my man wants to talk to other girls, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. They want to talk to other guys, that's cool too. I just keep talking to me too, please. Yes, welcome back, Metal Rain. I don't know what that was all about earlier. But yeah. So what is your question, Angels? What advice are you looking for, sweetheart? Because I feel like you're doing everything right. I mean, you can move on. You don't necessarily have to move on. I mean, you could always keep coming back to this love story. And it's okay to revisit the pain, because when you revisit that pain, it really does help you to put things in perspective. It really does help you to come to terms with it, maybe find a little bit of closure with it, or think more about how you can find closure with things. Veronica, I don't think I've ever done that, actually. I don't think I've ever looked back and go, ooh, I dated that. No, I've never done that. That must be very difficult. Let me think. So, yeah, I just can't. I can't be. I don't. No. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I was the mean person. One thing I don't think I ever did was date somebody who was mean to me. Now, they did things that maybe people would think were mean, but there could be some common mistakes. Especially when you're in your early 20s and you're just getting out of your teens and you don't know what the hell is going on. You don't even know what your name is, where you're going, or, they give you all these rights, and the next thing you know, you're fucking up everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I just got so lost in my music and my friends and in my art, because it was real easy to get lost in all that. And I think I experienced a lot from a young age. I'm like one of those kids that, I started playing music really young. I started playing nightclubs really young. I started associating with adults really young in a way that was creative, like not with doing adult things. I'm talking about like musical theater. I went to a performing arts school. Um, I studied music and theater from a very, very young age. So that got me out there to kind of get out. I could always, there was always something to wrap my head around. Who gave you this reading? Was it my reading or was it someone else's reading? And it's so easy to like get lost thoughts and limiting beliefs and circumstances too, because of the things that society does. Am I still here? Because I noticed when I tried to share this, it closed the live down last time we were hanging out, Metal Rain. When you had come in the chat and I was trying to talk to you. Well, if you want to think every relationship is perfect, you can't. It's the feeling that you put behind the thought. If I sit around and I think about my specific person all day and I say, don't come to me, don't text me, don't call me, don't love me, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to start feeling insecure about something, even if they don't know what it is in their life. If I flip the switch the flip, and I'm like, come to me, text me, call me, talk to me, love me, I love you, and I'm putting my feelings behind it, just thinking about them. It's really amazing what, the mind can do and how powerful it is. It's okay to think a lot. Oh, really? You never got past the certificate of graduation screen? That's so strange. Yeah, a lot of girls and guys settle. And I think one of the biggest problems in my life is that I got told by like my brother a lot, don't settle. I got told by a lot of people, don't settle. Or no one's good enough for you. Like, what a huge limiting belief and circumstance that is, like, what does that mean? And I never believed any of that, but I also, did have my own limiting beliefs that had nothing to do with anything like that I think also maybe put things on pause for me with relationships. I have no problem making friends and keeping friends. In fact, anybody who was ever my friend is probably still my friend, even if we haven't talked or had a falling out or something. I've noticed that if it was a friend, if it was somebody that I'm not friends with anymore, it's because I ended it on my terms because they were psychopath. Then I went a very long time without telling some people, like, hey, I don't want to be friends anymore because of the experiences of people showing up at my door, banging on my door, begging for me to open it because they were upset because I didn't want to talk to them anymore. Sorry, Ella. Sorry, Ella, wherever you are. But then there were people that, like, they just didn't have the capacity to apologize. I forgave them and apologized anyways for us both. But, I can't be in a friendship with somebody when it's a one-way street. It has to be a two-way street with a reversible lane. You're just writing what you want for Christmas. Oh, thank you, Veronica. If you guys want to get your taco boxes in, it's Tuesday. Yeah, I gotta clip my nails on the left hand. So just paint them first. Hey, Veronica, put your questions in the chat. So Angelus, if you want to get a reading on it, you can. You can do a $5 taco box. You can do a $6 taco box. You can do a $1 yes or no. Or you can just make a donation if you want to, if you don't want to get a reading. Or you don't have to make a donation if you don't want to. But please like the live if you can. Yeah, I would love to get updates, Metal Rain, sure. Sorry I wasn't around for a while, guys. I've just been, trying to take care of Mike. I had to take him to the ER. And then another friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine was sick. I had to take her to the ER. And then I was like, holy shit, I thought I was going to have to take my dad to the ER too tonight. But everything's fine now. Yeah, my brother was telling me to dodge a bullet. You want to ask about your dude, jealous and possessive over you. Okay, is he still okay? Is he okay? Yeah, tell me about the star update, Metal Rain. Alvin and the Chipmunks is all I think about. I actually have a hula hoop. I'm going to be getting back into hula hoop dancing. I changed the kitchen sink in May, and I'm still recovering. But I've noticed over the last week I'm getting a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better since that I went down that rabbit hole. Hey Yang, how are you, sweetheart? Are you okay, honey? Welcome back to the haunted house. I'm gonna go ahead and get the love tarot for you, Veronica, and let's see what spirit needs you to know about your dude being jealous and possessive over you still. Terrible. Oh no, what's going on, sweetheart? You need a reading? Okay. What kind of reading you want, sweetheart? We got $5 taco box, which is 3 questions. We got the $6 taco box, which is 3 questions plus a channeled love message from someone past, present, or future. We got the $1 yes or no. We got the $10 one question. We got the 1111 love reading. We got the $20 general. It's only $1 per minute, so if you only have $3, you can do $1 per minute tonight. I know it's been a minute. I don't think you mentioned that Star broke up with her boyfriend again now. You want the 1111? Okay, sweetheart. Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal? I'm going to do Veronica's reading here real quick for you, and then we'll get into your reading, Yang. Veronica, is that the only question that you have for your taco box tonight? Is the one about your dude being possessive or jealous, if he's still feeling that way? Okay, PayPal. That's fine too. The PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo link are in the description, y'all. Yes, I actually have a reusable notebook and I use it all the time. They work pretty well too, Ari. You might want to get one, sweetheart. They're very, very nice. It can be a little expensive, but I got my notepad for like $20 with the pen and the eraser. Okay, take your time, Metal Rain. You can send it now or later. I'll get y'all taken care of. At least I do not Kroger, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I went to a completely different Kroger to do my shopping last week because I just couldn't. I could not go to Kroger and see Dracula, dude, with the Scott name tag. God help me. Spirit, what does Veronica need to know about her dude? Yeah, Veronica, if you have any other questions, sweetheart, let's go ahead and get into it because I'm going to go ahead and set your timer. If I need to pause it because I freeze or anything, I will. I'll pause it after the question if need be. Spirit, what does she need to know about her dude? Is he still feeling jealous and possessive over her or about her? What does the Love Tarot need Veronica to know about this? So, yeah, they still would and could and have felt that way. I don't think they want to hear that you're with somebody else. Even if there was somebody else. Let's see what the energy is behind it. But there's more of a feeling of mystery, magic, what's kind of next kind of magical feeling compared to like the possessiveness. There's a lot more fun vibe feelings than such stiff energy like the Emperor. Because you got that magician, that magical, that person's feeling like more magical, more whimsical, more interested in the mystery of what could be instead of feeling that possessiveness or wanting to be possessive. Does that make sense? Yeah, I went to a different Kroger. Yeah. I went to the other Kroger where everyone who works there suspects that you're going to steal something at the self-checkout. And then they look at you crazy when you hold your cell phone like this with the card or to pay with the card or pay, you know what I mean? Or to transfer money because I don't want Kroger or markets to see my bank details or my phone details or anything about that private kind of stuff. Veronica, you have any other questions about your dude? Veronica, you want me to put your reading on hold? We're at 3 minutes, and then you can think about some other questions, and I'll go ahead and do Yang's reading real quick. Okay, you want to go ahead and see, has he been watching you? All right, let me go ahead and resume it. Spirit, what does Veronica need to know? Has he been watching over Veronica at all? Has he been watching over Veronica? Has Veronica's dude or her specific person, her guy, her man, has he been watching over her at all? Spirit, what does she need to know about that from the Love Tarot? What does she need to know about that right now from the Love Tarot? Yeah, definitely been orbiting you like that halo over the angel's head. It's so interesting how the angel is looking over their shoulder at you intently. The card's all about them being in their emotions for you. It's all about them being deep in thought about their feelings, them exploring and having patience with themselves regarding those feelings and emotions. What are this person's feelings and emotions? Do they think the world of you? They do think the world of you in that world card. They think that, you know, it's a better place with you in it. Spirit, what does he know so far? I'm interested what the cards say. What does he know so far? What is? I don't need to know what that means. Spirit will know what that means. Yang, are you still there, sweetheart? It's almost time for your reading, dear. No, you didn't miss anything, Metal Rain. I'm back. I hate that they don't give me the option to skip the commercial. Okay, cool, Yang. Spirit, is there anything else? Like, what does he know so far about Veronica? What does he know so far? Well, he knows that you love him and care deeply about him. He knows that you're smart, beautiful, and talented. He knows that you're balanced, and he likes what he sees. You know, he sees that you're driven in that chariot. And he sees that you're happy as well. Like you seem like a relatively happy person instead of a whole lot of gloom and doom. Let's say, okay, so got the Wheel of Fortune. Got the Moon. Is the energy behind this Wheel of Fortune card. The Moon can be a lot of mystery, but it can also be about taking a path. It's like if they could tell you anything, it's like they know that you both have a lot in reflecting one another, but they know you both have been on different paths. You know, goals over here. But it's like as if this person, one thing, it would be as if, you know, life goes on, life goes around, life is what you make it. And no matter what path you both are on, it's like I feel like they want to say to you, their life has been better just with the thought of you or the idea of you in it. Oh no, I fucking froze. What the fuck? Pardon my French, YouTube. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. This is gonna be the second time tonight. I'm back now? Okay, well, pardon my French. It froze because of commercial. Wow. What kind of commercial? Yeah, what kind of commercials are happening behind my back? What kind of YouTube commercials are they showing you? I hope it's all boring stuff like Geico and beer and tampons. Oh, good. Life insurance, tampons, beer, makeup, maybe some some psychic network kind of thing. I have to put a VPN on when I'm watching YouTube, because if I don't, I'll get bombarded with ad after political ad after political ad that I can't skip. So Yang, what's going on, sweetheart? Let's get into your reading, honey. My man cheated on me again. I need to know what he's feeling and what he's thinking and what I'm doing wrong for him to keep on cheating on me. Tell me what I need to know about this relationship. You know, I hate when that happens. I've been there. And then it's like you just kind of accept it and move on. And then one day you come home from spending 24 hours in a tank, you know, and they're going at it with some girl they've never met before, and you've never met him before, and she's in your bed and she's naked, and yeah. So I have been there. So let's get into this reading, because I'm excited to see what's new coming your way, but I'm also excited to see what Spirit's going to say to you about what you need to know about making it right, okay? And what you need to know about this relationship right now. Because he has conditioned you a lot to expect that which does not serve you. So what you fear you will experience, what you expect has no choice but to show up, and what you assume you manifest. Spirit, what does Yang need to know right now? Her man cheated on her, and she needs to know what his feelings are, what he's thinking, what she's doing wrong for him to keep on cheating on me, and tell her, please, Spirit, what she needs to know about this relationship. And I'll use the Love Tarot also, because the Love Tarot is just the major arcana, and what you need to know right now is we're gonna want to take out the big chess pieces, is what I'm saying. No little pawns. Yeah, I know it can feel very confusing. All right, Veronica, awesome. That's what Ray Ripley must be feeling towards Liv Morgan, I bet. But I don't know if it's a totally real love story between Liv Morgan and Floppy. I don't know why anybody would want to be with that dude. And Liv Morgan is so talented. I just don't see why either one of them, Ripley or the other one. So we've got the moon and the star and the sun. Okay. Moon and star and sun. Moon and star and sun, Yang. It's as if you are looking for somebody in your life who you are their sun and moon and star. Someone to give you that sun and moon and stars. And Spirit is saying you can have that with somebody. You can have that with yourself. You can have that with friends. I believe that Spirit's also telling you in these cards, like that, you know, you can love someone deeply even if you aren't boyfriend, girlfriend, even if you're just friends. You know, you don't have to have sex with somebody to love them deeply. You don't have to be in a relationship, you know, to love someone deeply. You do love each other deeply. This person does love you deeply, but they themselves are confused. And I say confused because we have that mystery of the moon. What's he thinking, Spirit? What's he thinking in regards to that mystery of the moon? Hanged Man. Yeah. He knows he's hung, drawn, and quartered. Spirit saying you got to stay on your pedestal about this one. You got to stay on your throne about this one. You cannot let him dethrone you and try to drag you down with him, because there's nothing wrong with you, Spirit says. but still, your accountability, you even just taking the credit, the accountability to ask, what you need to know about this relationship. That kind of accountability shows me that, you're willing to work on yourself. You're willing to untie your own hands so you don't become that hangman like him. You don't want to be confused anymore. You don't want to be confused anymore. Oh no. Frozen. Why? Stop it, YouTube. Am I here? Well, that's weird. It's showing me. I have the timer on pause. Okay, sweetheart. Something about dethroning. Okay, I know where we are then. Hold on, Frank and Dad might ask me a question. Hi, Daddy.
Can't see the night's almost on the floor.
Okay, good night, Frank and Dad. Thank you for doing the dishes.
I didn't.
You didn't do the dishes?
Ninja did it.
Ninja, the dog did the dishes? Okay, great. She needed to learn how to start doing the dishes.
See?
All she does is lay around all day and look cute. That's my job.
Yes.
Gosh, it was so cute. All right, so what I was saying about the dethroning thing is the Hanged Man and the High Priestess came out. So when you asked about his thoughts on what is going on with your relationship, what he's done to you, just about anything in general, the Hanged Man came out right before the High Priestess. He knows he's hung, drawn, and quartered. Okay, and you cannot allow him to take you down that path, Spirit says, with him. I'll take care of the dogs before I go to bed. Sorry about the interruption, Yang. So what I was basically saying is that with the High Priestess being the energy behind that Hanged Man, Spirit is saying, you can't allow him to keep confusing you. Because see, it's not that anything's wrong with you. We know there's quite a few things that are going on with him, with his limiting beliefs and circumstances, like how he thinks he, I think we've talked about it before, how the cards have said he isn't even sure he's good enough to be in a, in a happy, healthy, harmonious.
Actually, it's 1:20.
Hold on, Frank and Dad's back. Okay, it's 1:20 in the morning. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dad. Sorry about Yang. So back to your specific person. They have programmed you subconsciously, consciously, to basically put yourself in a situation that constantly makes you uncomfortable, and within regards to what's next. It's almost as if you can't even sit down and expect what you want next, because you're wondering what's going to show up, you know, because your person is nowhere near, their love style is nowhere near secure. Their love style is very much avoidant. If he wasn't an avoidant love style kind of person, all right, who's also has that dash of anxiousness, I think he would come to you and be like, you know what, I'm extremely attracted to this other woman, and I'd like us to get to know her better because I'd like to bring her into the fold. And just be like, you know, go from that angle. If that's the kind of relationship he wants to be in, where, you know, he's making a family for himself with a few women instead of, or 2 women, or, you know what I'm saying? If that's something he wants, I mean, it's not like it's the day and age where people don't do that, you know? People have been doing that kind of thing for years, decades, centuries. But he's avoidant. Everything is avoidant with him. It's like he would rather argue or find a reason to argue, and then to, you know, he'd rather it be dark, and instead of, even though he can have this beautiful, healthy, happy, harmonious, committed relationship where you guys create nostalgic moments together and enjoy the time you spend here on earth. It doesn't have to be so difficult. Everything has to be so difficult for him, even his love story. So therefore, because it's so difficult for him, he's got to make it difficult for everybody else, especially you. And if he can keep on pushing you off your cloud, you know, he has somebody there who's always going to put up with his shit, like his mommy did, or his daddy did, or his nanny did, okay, or his sister did, or his cousin did, whoever it was that, you know what I'm saying? You know, his attitude towards life and love are kind of toxic in a way, because it constantly brings up this kind of energy. So what is it that she can do, Spirit, to correct the situation? You know, it's like I told one of my best friends recently, look, you have to start taking care of yourself a little bit, because I can't do it all the time for you. You know, it's either gonna be this way or motherfucking highway. You know, you take care of yourself so that I don't wake up one morning and you're dead. And you take care of yourself so that I'm not left here, this young, joyful, happy, excited, ready to take on life kind of person. And all I'm doing is taking care of you. You know, this is what I told this person. I can't do it all the time. I also can't keep reminding you to do it all the time. You know, I'm not your mother, not your girlfriend, not your wife. I'm your friend, yes. But I'm not your security guard. You know, I'm not your caregiver. You're completely capable of reminding yourself to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I've become conditioned, because I am a rescuer, to pick up his pieces and put them back together for him. And I do this for a lot of my friends. I do this, and I've had to stop. And I have to remind my friends, hey, it's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street with reversible lane. So let's get into what you need to know about what you can do to make this stop happening. You're going to have to maybe give this person an ultimatum. You know, either we open our sex lives to each other through communication and to other people. You know, because the cheating thing can't keep happening, Yang. I'm sorry. You don't like it. You don't appreciate it. You don't want it to happen. All right. So because you fear it, obviously somewhere in your subconscious, I've got to use this to itch my head because my nails are wet. So because you know what I mean? Like you don't need to get sick. You don't need to get many of the horrible things that can happen to you because he's having sex with other people, not telling you, and then coming home and having sex with you too. You don't need to be in a situation where you feel uncomfortable. That's not what being in a relationship is about. Oh, yes, you have your uncomfortable moments. I won't doubt that. You have uncomfortable moments, uncomfortable things happen in life, but it doesn't have to be that difficult, and you know it. So, Spirit, is she doing anything wrong to make him keep cheating on her? I would say no as your friend, no. Other than you just keep going in the same circles with him. Like I said, some people help, and some people are going to always need help. But you're not this guy's doormat. You're nobody's doormat. You understand me? See, Spirit's like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. This is not your fault. Is there really anything that you could do to make it stop? See what the energy is behind it. Well, yeah, put yourself first. Stop trying to rescue him from the horrible things he does to you and himself. So I know you've probably been going around and around and around, maybe having some good moments with him. Using the techniques that we've talked about regarding, being good to yourself with your thoughts about your love story. Yeah, make sure they check it for HPV, and usually they do, especially the strains for cancer. Okay. I just got a really strange text message, but I'm going to finish your reading because we only have a few minutes left, and then I'll get to that. It's one of my friends who's dying of cancer. I want to correct that. It's one of my friends who's living from cancer, surviving cancer. Yeah, that sounds better. Being a death doula is not easy, I tell you that. Death midwifing is something I haven't done in a little while. But it's even more difficult when it's someone you love and know personally. Spirit, what does she need to know about her relationship before we close the spirit portal? And any advice, if you have any advice on her love life, her love story, anything she needs to know about now and the not too distant future that she has maybe to look forward to. Remember what I said at the beginning of the reading, Yang. What you expect is no choice but to show up, really. What you assume, you manifest. What you fear, you experience. So yeah, there is a lot of love for you to have in this life. A lot of love to transform into and transform your life. And that Lovers and Death card. Keep doing what it is you're doing in your world. Life is what you make it. Okay. Online, offline, inline, outline. Where is the I don't know where the liminal space deck went to. I'll have to we can just get some wisdom from the Golden Girls real quick. Any advice, Spirit, for her? Yeah. So usually this card is the Knight of Swords upright, and it's about, being somebody else's knight in shining armor, sticking up for them, being there for them. But I feel like what Spirit's saying, you might be a little bit bored with this relationship and this bad attitude from him. So Spirit, I feel, saying, be your own knight in shining armor. Put yourself first. That's what Spirit needs you to know. Because I don't think you're a happy bunny. I think there are things about your life that you do need to be excited about that you may not realize that are coming your way, because for all those good thoughts and good actions for yourself, you know, your positive affirmations, your positive thoughts towards yourself, especially, have no choice but excuse me, to help you manifest what it is that you want in your love story. You know, you have a very, very, very large world, you know, to experience. And this is not the only one for you, love. Okay? You have a beautiful love story here. But you got to think about what you want instead of keep feeding what you don't want. All right? Oh, good. Excuse me. I'm so thirsty. I need to get a drink. You have a good night too, sweetheart. Message me. Keep me updated. I'm here for you. You're not alone. Excuse me. And just keep thinking about what you want instead of what you don't want. I bet you that here in the not too distant future, I bet you there's already somebody special keeping their eye on you that's not him that has a thing for you. I just know it because there's something about you that, you know, you've got that gumption. You've got that presence of, you know, that you just go out there and get what you want. You have a vibe. And it's a vibe that people like. It's something he doesn't have, and he's jealous of you because of it. So watch your back. All right? He loves you deeply, but he loves himself a little bit more. Sure, you want to be finding the ones you want to spend the rest of your life with. One day you're 20, the next thing you know, you're 50. A hot 50, but that's what my friend said to me the other day. She's just like 9 years, almost 9 years, 10 years older than me. I was like, yeah, I know. Getting 38, 39, 40 is weird. But you know what? It's not the end of life the older you get, but you have to absolutely understand, Yang, that you've got to get into that vibe that what you want is right there staring back at you. And I don't think that it's